guys, I've decided to split this video into two videos just because there were so many questions that people asked and I want to try and get through as many of them as I can. If you still have a question that I haven't answered in these videos, just feel free to inbox me and I'll try and get back to you. So, questions. Of all the covers you've done, which is your favourite and which took the longest to record? So my favourites are probably Part of Your World and Sky Theme. Longest to record was actually Secret of the Forest. It's not a technically difficult piece, I guess I took a while to just sort of settle in the right tempo. Okay, with such a wide range of interests and influences, what is it about Xena Warrior Princess that seems to have placed it near the top of your passions? Where do I start? I could talk for hours about this, but I will try not to. I just find it very charming. I grew up with this show, I watched it all through school. I don't know what it was, it's the mix of action, adventure, stunts, and it doesn't take itself too seriously. It is happy to make fun of itself. I think, it's not harmful to have a strong female role model also in the show. I think also one of the main things is probably the relationship between the two female characters, Xena and Gabrielle. Do I think they were a couple? Yes, I do, in every sense of the word, and I think it was sort of groundbreaking for 90s TV to put that on air. Also the music, that was one of the first things that drew me to it. Just the soundtrack was beautiful and just really different sounding as well. But now it's sort of more about the fandom, not so much about the show. It's about the friends that I've made who watch the show, going to conventions, stuff like that. Okay, don't you ever get tired of all these weird type of fans clamoring over you and being all, are you single, you're so hot, etc, etc? Well, not really, because it's not really like that for me here in real life. I'm just a normal person and everyone just treats me like a normal person. So I don't mind that stuff. It's more the kind of vulgar sexist ones that I do mind, and I'm daily deleting the bad comments off my videos and off my channel. So, I get tired of that kind of stuff. Okay, how long does it take you to learn a song just by listening to it? Okay, basically when I make these videos, I don't have heaps of time. So maybe, wake up, I've got an hour before I have to leave for work. I basically decide what piece I'm going to do, run it through a few times, have it almost ready, and then I just record, and hopefully I get something decent done in the first 3 or 4 takes. I wish I had longer to perfect things, and sometimes when I upload, it's kind of 95% there sort of thing. So yeah, probably just the whole process is about an hour, maybe even under sometimes. Okay, how many people ask you to marry them or go out with them? Do you know the ratio of guys to girls of your subscribers? I do not know the ratio. I'm guessing it's probably about 90-10. In terms of marriage proposals, probably average about 10 per day, something like that. Who are some of your favourite modern and classical composers, and which one would you choose to score the movie version of your life? Okay, Chopin's probably my favourite piano composer. I love Richard Strauss, and I'd probably choose him to score the movie version of my life. I love Benjamin Britten as well. Actually, those two could probably work together. Vangelis, I love. Also, video game guys, Chrono Trigger, Yasunori Mitsuda, and Secret of Mana, Hiroki Kikuta, any of those guys. Okay, if you found a horse with wings and a horn, would you consider it a Pegasus with a horn or a unicorn with wings? I would consider it a Pegasus with a horn. How did you meet/find the awesomeness that is the one and only Zorzi? We actually met about 2 or 3 years ago at an Eminence concert called A Night in Fantasia, but we didn't know who we were. I don't know if either of us were on YouTube then. It was actually only about like a month or 2 ago that he went, hang on, didn't we meet a few years ago? So yeah, that's how that happened. What's your favourite classical piece of music? Okay, that's really hard. There are so many, but I'll throw one out there. It's Beethoven's Emperor Piano Concerto No. 5, the slow movement. It actually plays as the soundtrack to the movie Picnic at Hanging Rock, which I love, and I just love that piece. What sort of piece do you find yourself drawn to as a performer? Floaty, ethereal types or the heavy operatic types? Well, I love playing Chopin and Debussy, stuff like that, so I'd say probably the floaty, ethereal, nocturne type of piece. I don't play that much of the heavy stuff, like Brahms and all that. Not because I don't like it, I don't know, I just haven't played it as much, I guess. Okay, what is the airspeed velocity of an unladen swallow? It's actually 24 miles an hour. Some people say 27, but it depends whether it's an African or a European swallow. So there you go. Which video game was the first one that sparked you to want to play video game music? It was the very first video game I ever played, Super Mario Bros. 3. And just from then on, I've just been playing video game music on the piano. What song do you really want to do but have not got around to? Okay, how do you pronounce this? Is it Toho or Tuhu? Anyway, I want to do the Dream Battle, the Maiden's Capriccio music and sort of make an epic arrangement of it, something like that. It's probably going to need a bit of time devoted to it, but I'd love to do that soon. Okay, what's your favourite Pokemon and why? Ganga is my favourite Pokemon. He is my go-to guy. I just never lose a battle with Ganga. He's so versatile. Love him. How tall are you? People seem to think I'm like 6 foot or something. I'm actually 5'7", which is just above average, I'd say. Is violin your main instrument? Tell us more about your profession as a musician. No, violin is not my main instrument. Piano is my main instrument. Violin is a hobby, and I've had a lot more training and lessons on piano. In terms of profession, I do a lot. I accompany people in recitals. I have played as a repetiteur and a performance pianist for Australian opera companies. I teach music, I teach piano, I teach music theory, and I do a whole lot of different gigs. I'm also involved in musical theatre as well, so just a whole range of things really. Okay, and last question for this video. Did you take lessons? Yes, I certainly did. I started piano lessons about the age of 6. It was actually group lessons, so it really worked on ensemble skills and music appreciation, that sort of thing. And I actually did that for a very long time. Then at about age 16 or something, that was sort of when I was preparing for the diploma. I went to another teacher and had a complete sort of technical rehaul and started getting really quite serious about it then, I guess. But yeah, most of it was really focused, the group work was focused on playing by ear. I mean, we did learn to read music to an extent. I was shocking at note reading up until the age of about 14, 15. But I'm fine at it now because I have to sight read everything, just accompanying. You really need to be able to sight read to do music professionally. So there you go. I hope that wasn't too long, and part 2 is coming soon.